The children denote the future of the society and nation. But we, the society and the nation, also have a duty to fulfill towards our upcoming future generation. To help the children of today achieve ultimate success, we have to equip them with the most important enabling tool in life, education. There is no doubt that India is making steady progress towards ensuring that every child has access to primary schooling. As a part of the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, institutional reforms were carried out in a large scale to improve the delivery system for elementary education.
Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan actually started in the name of DPP Phase 2 in the year 1996 in Orissa. It was initially introduced in 8 educationally backward districts. Thereafter, it was expanded to 8 more districts, and all these DPP covered districts were in course of time converted into Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan project, where the government of India took a decision to implement this project of universalization of elementary education called Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan in all the districts of the state. So, right from the year 2000, now SSA is in fact being implemented in 30 districts as one of the important flagship programs of Government of India.
Despite the implementation of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, it was realized that the strategy was not paying full dividends. The children belonging to the marginal section of the society were after all being left out of the process of reaping the actual benefits of these policies and programs. They were the ones who were the most susceptible lot to drop out of their schools and classes. Their actual numbers and the reasons for their dropping out almost always went unnoticed and unaccounted. Looking at the operational constraints in the way of smooth implementation of the elementary education program, Government of Orissa initiated Project E-Sishu through Orissa Primary Education Program Authority or PEPA with 3 inbuilt components.
For successfulness of any program, the source of data has to be defined and the data must be real and authentic. So, this was in our target. So, we had to identify basic informations like which are the schools, who are the teachers and who are the children. If we can track by name, then we can say that to whom which type of facility can be provided. So, in that sense, we thought in 2005 a project called Project E-Sishu consists of 3 basic subcomponents. One is EPIS, Educational Personal Information System, which carries all the informations of the teachers starting from their date of joining till their date of retirement, about their transitions from school to school and everything. Regarding the GIS, Geographical Information System for schools, we have taken the latitude longitude based survey for all the schools, including the infrastructure facility, including the type of classrooms available, type of whether toilet, drinking water facility, electricity and everything in a school available for providing the education to the children. Then comes about the third component, child tracking system. It is a massive thing to track about 10.5 million children as per their socio-economic as well as educational status in the state.
The child tracking system by the Orissa Primary Education Program Authority or PEPA is a unique, innovative and ICT based initiative that tracks out of school children and brings them back into the educational system. It also ensures providing necessary inputs and incentives like midday meals, free textbooks, uniforms for the children to remain in school, etc.
Our main concern in our state is to integrate the out of school children with the existing system and to ensure their retention also, because a child gets into the school or maybe after 1 or 2 months or a couple of months he goes out of the school. So, it is very important to track the movement of the child, whether he is in school or out of school, when did he get integrated with the school, when did he get out of the school. We are tracking out of school children, and as of now, in fact, we are as per the 2009-10 CTS report, we are talking of 1,87,000 out of school children, and this is a big help for all of us in the planning. Unless and until you have credible data, you cannot plan out properly.
The basic objective of child tracking system is to track each and every child of 0 to 14 age group and bring them to the fold of primary education by minimizing the involved constraints and optimizing the utility of education system. CTS not only traces the children of 0 to 14 age group, but also compasses institutional typology and its prevalence, teacher-student ratio, and spatial distribution of educational institutions. To make the concept realizable and effective, Child Census was adopted as a stepping stone, covering all the districts, blocks, gram panchayats and villages in the state.
We conceived this Orissa Child Census 2005. It is nearly equivalent to the census system, but it is focused to only the children of 0 to 14 age group, that who are in the house, who is going to the school, who is not going to the school, if going to school in which class, what is the achievement level and what is the result, and if not going to school, what is the reason behind it, and what the child is really doing, and what is the exact reason of not going to the school. We were supposed that time to identify each child with his name, age, sex, category, date of birth, name of the guardian, and the social and the educational status, so that need based education can be provided to the children.
Door-to-door survey was conducted to enumerate children of 0 to 14 age group using a systematic and structured format. The one-page format was designed scientifically, adhering to the objectivity of child tracking to capture all the possible and required aspects of a child which would be essential for the purpose of educational tracking.
We conducted interviews to various interventions head of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, and there were 14 of them, and each one of them gave a list of nearly 20 columns for them to for us to collect the detail. So, by the time we concluded the entire interview session, we landed up into say 300 different parameters of information required by different intervention head to monitor the children activity. So, there was a lot of deliberation that happened with the officials of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, and we concluded in 26 parameters of information to be collected against each child. And we call it educational and social information of every child.
To ensure the coverage of each household, latest electoral rolls were used as a base paper and point of cross-checking so that all villages and households are covered under the enumeration. For capturing the designed format-based information, around 40,000 teams were organized statewide, constituting school teachers, Anganwadi workers, members from village education committee and local self-help groups. A trained group of around 6,000 monitors, more than 400 supervisors and 30 principal supervisors were engaged for overall monitoring and supervision of the data collection process and scrutinizing the collected information. The Child Census Survey encompassed not only recording the child prevalence in a particular house or habitation, but it also captured the basic data for effective management requirements such as exact name of the block, gram panchayats, wards, etc. As geographical location of children and mapping of prevailing educational institutions were important, much emphasis was laid upon capturing such information for tracking. The local Anganwadi centers were also covered under the preview of the mapping, as they provide educational service to preschool children of 0 to 5 age group. Collection of primary information was followed by validation of the existing database and bringing in necessary improvement in it based on the collected census data. For reconciliation, village list of each district as per Census 2001 was followed. The listed out villages and gram panchayats as per the Census 2001 was matched with the village and gram panchayat list of the child census data. Information found to be common in both the lists was considered for system-based tracking, and discrepancies This matched village name and related figures were again validated at the ground level. After further field verification, final list of the villages were prepared for mapping. After consolidation of village-wise formats, information was transferred from non-ICR format to ICR formats by selected trained teachers at block level.
We wanted to collect this information and then scan it, so that through intelligent character recognition technology, we would be able to generate the database. Then we realized that if we go to the field and collect each and every piece of information and then put it into some kind of a scanner, by the time the data or that piece of paper comes back from the field to the scanner, that would have already lost its certain characteristics of the paper would be such that it cannot be scanned, neither the data can be extracted out of it. So hence it was decided that we should have non-ICR sheet and a ICR sheet.
ICR technology was very useful to convert the raw data from around 7.8 million formats to usable digital database frame in less time period. This not only saved time but also ensured the reliability of the data by maintaining its quality. Making use of this database, web-based child tracking system was developed covering around 10.3 million children in the state. This system is more user-friendly to trace the target groups of children categorized under preschool, in-school and out-of-school at district to village level using the coded drill-down mechanism in the software. In order to ensure effective use of child tracking system, statewide VSAT connectivity was provided to all district project offices and connected to the central server at OPEPA for online data synchronization. The outputs are made citizen-centric through the official website www.opepa.in.
In 2006, we hosted our web portal www.opepa.in, where we floated all the data to the related to child, teacher and school to the public and made it citizen centric, so that any citizen using internet can search his child, can look the child, can make some send some changes if it is wrong, and it comes to our database. We validates that and we corrects the database. So it is a cyclic process. If the real user uses it, then the data gets refined. If there might be the chance of data entry error or survey error also, but when the citizen tells that no, this is to be corrected, so we given the freedom to the citizen to make it suggest us for the corrections.
Collection of primary data at a regular interval, its codification, validation and updation are the salient features of the web-based child tracking system, which has been of immense help in minimizing the rate of dropout, increasing enrollment and over and above bringing in enhancement in child retention ratio. Child tracking system in 2005 helped in identifying 6.03 lakhs out of school children between age group 5 to 14, which was around 9% of the total child population in the state. The percentage of out of school children reduced to 7%, that is around 5.37 lakhs in the subsequent year due to this intervention. In fact, in the last 4 years, there has been 65.18% reduction in the number of out-of-school children in the 6 to 14 years age group. Nearly 1.3 lakhs identified children of 5 plus and 6 plus age group through the tracking system were mainstreamed to the formal educational system in Class 1 under different educational setups during 2006-2007. In the overall educational infrastructure, substantial change has been observed due to tracking and GIS mapping, which further facilitated the overall educational achievement in the state. As a result, number of government and aided schools, which was 49,910 during the year 2002-2003, increased to 58,158 during the year 2005-2006. This further increased to 58,818 in the year 2006-2007, 64,490 during 2007-2008, 68,138 during 2008-2009 and 70,419 during the year 2009-2010. Promotion and shaping up of linguistic-based education system has been one of the contributions of the child tracking system. The database has been of immense help in addressing the educational requirement of the disadvantaged tribal community, which constitute the 23% population in Orissa, encompassing 62 tribes with their ethno-linguistic variation.
Multilingual education has created interest in the children as well as the parents, because they are feeling comfortable when they are being taught in their own language. Till now we have adopted 10 languages in 8 districts, and we have opened 544 schools in the state, and we have planned to upscale this MLE education to 1000 schools by 2012.